Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We are starting off today here in a 31-person battle in the mountains. We have picked a lovely little spot for us here in the middle. I was wanting to be more over in the west, but that one player did kind of chase us off, and we just have to kind of deal with the consequences of that. We do have a little bit of crowded of a neighborhood, so hopefully we can play the diplomacy game well and come out of this ahead. So let's go ahead and just go with our standard opening and see what we can do. We do have Neuron below us, as well as a player I cannot pronounce, and then one player 847 above us to the right. So we'll just keep an eye on everybody, see how we do. Now, being in the middle right here, we do need to make sure to keep our troops up, and we need to make sure to be big and intimidating as much as possible. So that's going to start with a good opening and then transitioning well into the bot phase. And by transitioning well, I mean we need to be really disciplined on attacking just very weak bots and seeing what we can do from there. Now, Neuron is incredibly weak. Wow, he is. I can't tell if he doesn't have the troops or what's going on there, but he only has about 200. Let's give him an attack right now. Oh, we got all of his troops back. Okay, so he actually has some troops. Let's just ignore that. Let's just push him back a little bit. Say no, no, no. And just move on from there. That was a huge mistake. Right after I said we need to be disciplined, I make a huge mistake like that. So let's just make sure to be patient, grabbing the good bots. We do have a good troop advantage over most of the players around us, with the exception of player 647, not 847, excuse me. So he has a little bit more troops than us, but nothing insurmountable, and Kylie's going to be huge for us to get, but just keep pushing where we can. Norin has kind of ignored us for the time being, so that's wonderful. And we can now start to be a little bit more aggressive, as a lot of players around us do not have the same troops as we do. So that is very good. Neuron is again very weak. That might be a good one for us to attack again, as well as this player over in the west of us. He is also very weak. And we still have some more bots to get down here. Neuron is attacking me once more. Let's just go ahead and wipe him off the face of the planet, be done with him, and never have to deal with him again. And then we'll just finish up this bot down here. Now, Mule's up above us is attacking the player to the west of us, which is great. I'm going to join in on that. And NATO, NATO is coming in. NATO has a lot of troops. Ooh, there's nothing we can do about it now. But hopefully we can peace. And fortunately for us, Mole's above us does want to be truce. So we'll definitely take that. And just kind of coexist with NATO very gingerly. Now, he does have the crown above him, so hopefully NATO doesn't want to attack us. And there does seem to be some drama over into the east of us, which is great. I'd love to go into Slovenia. Let's give one attack and then just kind of sit on it and see if anybody else wants to kind of take the charge on that. I saw Napoleon join in. Napoleon wants a truce. We will go ahead and accept that as well and just kind of be patient here. NATO, do you want a truce now that I have 1 million troops and I'm not a big pushover? He does. Okay, great. So he might be gearing up for a battle with the crown where we can just kind of save up. We are the second strongest player, and we need to make sure to save up our troops, because when we do take out Slovenian, we will become the crown, and that puts a huge target on our backs, which is a big reason why I'm not going into him right now. Need to save up, be as intimidating as possible. And player 647 wants a truce. Yes, you can also have a truce. We just need to keep saving and get nice and big. Moles above us is about the same strength as us, and so is the crown. Now, the crown is actually moving his way over into Moles. He's boating in. Yeah, he boated in. What a mad lad. I'm not sure if he thought he had allies, but he didn't even ask me, and I would be a natural person to ask, and so I'm just going to ignore that, pretend I didn't see it. Save up for maximum interest, then go into Slovenian, maybe try and clear up the players in the west, but we will see how things develop as Moles quickly dispatches player 873 from his lands. And we should be approaching, yes, okay, we are at red interest, so let's start to go into Slovenian, start knocking him down. Hopefully we don't get ganged up on here in this exact moment, but you never know what's going to happen. Slovenian is getting attacked by player 647 and Napoleon, so we're all in on this, and like I said, we did get the crown. So, need to make sure to keep up our troops. Hopefully we can stir up a little bit of drama. Moles does seem to be in a battle with other people and kind of aware of other things going on. So maybe we can work on Napoleon or player 647. Napoleon is kind of a challenge. He has worse borders. Let's see if Napoleon wants me to go into player 647. And I could also go into NATO, but I'm not going to get a lot out of that. I'm a little bit concerned about what I'm going to get out of attacking Napoleon. So Napoleon, if you want to take on 647, you can charge. Show me your... But now that we're at red interest, I'm just going to attack Napoleon. I think this is the way. If I can sneak a couple attacks in and get around that mountain, I think we're going to get a lot of land out of this. And I don't imagine player 647 is going to be too aggressive, as he is sitting on max troops. So, oh, Napoleon attacks player 647 in a surprise move rather than attacking us. So that's going to be really helpful in us getting around the mountain. We need to be very cautious of player 647's attacks to make sure that that doesn't happen. We just need to clear this one mountain range, and then we're going to be very good. Napoleon keeps attacking player 647. great news for us. The rest of the world, the crown is up there, very large and in charge, so we desperately need to clear out things below us in order to be able to take him on. He does have about a 9,000 pixel advantage over us as we do move into second place. We're catching up to him rapidly as Napoleon did full send on player 647, and we do get the crown back. So that was a nice little battle for us. 647 gives the toxic emoji. Well, I got a little bit of a surprise for you. I'm attacking you next. So Moles does attack us, but immediately gets attacked by player 873. So hopefully that'll take him off my back and prevent that gang up. Oh, thank you, 847. I super appreciate you. Let's try and get a truce with Moles back. Hopefully he'll want to be friends with us now that he's getting attacked. And 873 is also attacking Haidu above him. What a mad lad. NATO's involved in Moles. Yeah, there's no way he's going to attack us. But this blue player coming down south is going to be a big challenge. Oh, thank you for full sending on me. Thank you so much. That's going to net me so much land, and I'm going to be able to save up troops and potentially go in on Moles next, as this black player above us is cutting off the rest of 647's lands, creating a nice little barrier between me and the crown. We do have about 3,000 or 30,000 pixels disadvantage on the crown, but we have a lot more troops than he does, or at least 2 million. And Moles full sends, we get all that land. That's huge. That's huge. We get the crown back, and now it's about what kind of happens next. B-Boop is coming down. He's using a lot of troops. Let's go ahead and take that truce, get a truce with you, and get prepared to take him down. Yeah. Just, you can have a truce too. Messi is kind of attacking this player. I didn't really want that to happen. Let's go into the crown right now. He's only got 7 million troops at his disposal. Let's really punish him for that, as we do land on that island to counter that and make sure that we get a little bit more land. He's down pretty heavy on his troops. He's down to 10 million troops. I don't think he was expecting us to attack really quickly. Unfortunately for us, Haidu and 873 are both attacking each other. I think NATO is just kind of sitting back and relaxing, so maybe we can squeeze this out. Maybe we can get away with it. If we have the isolated one-on-one now, but is that going to last? As if people start to turn on me, which is a natural recourse when you have the crown, that is going to be a hard challenge. So I do want to make sure to keep my troops up as much as possible so that nobody else gets the idea of attacking me, especially as Messi over there is not attacking anyone. So it's going to be a question about what he does, but Haidu and 873 have not attacked each other in a while, so they might be looking at another target named Corgi's Circus, which is definitely not what we want, but we've definitely beat back B-Boop very heavily on his troops. He's down to 8 million troops, and he's still in second place with 167,000 pixels. So if we let this man get up big, he would be very big, and it would be, I could only imagine a big team up would happen against us. Haidu does attack 873. I think NATO and 873 are fighting each other, which is great. Messi's just hanging out, being Messi, doing his thing, and we will just keep getting away with it. We're just going to keep getting away with it. This is wonderful. Messi goes into 873. Oh, huge. Yes, keep fighting each other. Don't even realize what's going on in the north. This is completely fine. Everyone's having a good time. I'm just going to keep working down B-Boop with my 20 million troops and huge advantage. If I can take down this one player, it's going to be really hard for the rest of the world to unite against me if they can. 873 is kind of getting kicked off my island chain, so he's going to have to go through Messi, and that won't be the hardest challenge, but actually, 873 only has about 2 million pixel or troop advantage, and Haidu above him is punishing him every time he moves and does anything, as Messi continues to keep going. Now, Messi is overextending himself, so we might want to keep an eye on that, see if we can push into him. I'm going to leave NATO alone because I don't have good borders on him, and I'd have to boat over there. And honestly, by the time I did boat over there, the land would be gone. As 873 does leave, he full sends on Messi, so let's go ahead and grab Messi's land as he's down to 1 million. Quickly wipe him out, and now becomes does the world go against me? Does Haidu turn on me? I think at this point I'm strong enough to defend against both of them. I'm going to keep going into B-Boop because I've whittled him down pretty heavily, and I'm almost at the kind of breaking point of when he's just going to collapse. So let's just keep doing that. Haidu is going into NATO perfectly fine. Just again, let me get away with it. Love to see it. As we are just wrapping up the entire world and everyone's letting us do it. This is so wonderful. I'm sure this is a super frustrating position for B-Boop to be in. As he's staying in the game, I'm sure just waiting, hoping that Haidu changes his course and does something, but alas, it is too little too late, as we have hit that watershed mark and have beaten back B-Boop. And unfortunately, Haidu is boating into NATO, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to keep NATO. I'm not going to take out NATO, though. He's been a great friend to us. He could have fought us early and really screwed up our plans, but he did not. Let's go ahead and boat over here, though, and get the rest of this bot's land right there. And, oh, yeah, you're going to fully finish him off. I was kind of hoping that that little enclave would survive, but alas, it was not meant to be, as he's going to take out the last of NATO. And we'll go ahead and look to peace out here, and hopefully Haidu doesn't want to attack us, because that would just prolong the video at this point, and we've already won. So as we start to wrap things up, I just want to say GG's to all involved. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've made it this far, and I will see you guys in the next one.